Dustfall had once been the kind of town that believed in forever. The railroad used to scream through its center like a lifeline, bringing merchants, dreamers, gamblers, and brides with hopeful eyes. The saloon lights burned late into the night. Children ran wild between the wooden storefronts. On Saturdays, music spilled from the dance hall and drifted across the prairie like a promise. Now, the tracks were rusting. The last train had come 2 years ago. It never returned. Most families packed what they could carry and chased survival westward. Others left in silence, ashamed of the debts they couldn't pay. A few stubborn souls stayed behind, clinging to splintered porches and dry wells, as if grit alone could keep Dustfall breathing. Tonight was different. Lanterns flickered back to life along Main Street. Not because the town was saved, but because it was saying goodbye. A weathered banner hung crooked across the entrance of the dance hall. The last dance at dusk. Inside, the wooden floors had been swept for the first time in months. The piano, long neglected, had been tuned as best as possible. Folding tables held jars of preserved peaches and the last of Mrs. Calloway's apple pies. There would be laughter tonight, even if it had to be forced. Henry Lawson stood near the back wall, sleeves rolled up, collar open, hands rough from labor that no longer paid. He had repaired fences no cattle grazed behind, fixed doors on buildings already claimed by wind, stayed when it would have been easier to leave, because leaving meant surrender. And Henry Lawson did not surrender easily. He adjusted one of the lanterns, making sure the flame burned steady. The glow cast sharp shadows across his face, accentuating the quiet strength in his jaw, the loneliness he never spoke about. He hadn't expected her to come. Outside town limits, a horse slowed to a stop. Josephine Harper dismounted carefully, brushing dust from her dark blue traveling skirt. The prairie wind caught loose strands of her hair and tugged them free from their pins. She paused there, staring at the town she once swore she'd outgrow. Dustfall looked smaller than she remembered, or maybe she had simply changed. The city had given her work, given her independence, given her long nights and crowded streets, and strangers who didn't care whether she stayed or left. It had not given her peace. When Mayor Collins' letter arrived, she told herself she wouldn't go. That reopening old wounds served no purpose. Yet here she was. If you want to hear the full story, click the title below.